Hey guys, what's up? Today we're building a sleeper PC. I have never built one of these before, but it should be pretty easy. Now you're probably wondering where's the beige case, the old. No, this is like a pretty. It's a different kind of sleeper PC. This is an old E machine. E standing for email because that's all it was good for. This was an email machine. This is like 2006. It says it probably somewhere over here. But basically, it's a pile of garbage. We're going to put a nice PC in here, but wait. You read the title and you know that we're trying to build the stupidest PC possible. I've never gone into a build with the express intention of building a stupidly unbalanced but pretty powerful PC. And that's the goal here entirely, to build an unbalanced but pretty good gaming computer inside this case. So first we got to get the garbage out of it. So we got to take out. So the first step is removing the garbage that was in this case before, like this crap motherboard. This is terrible. It's not good in any way. It's got like a Pentium 1. I don't know. It's bad. It's purple. Why was it purple? Why is it not at least green? It's got orange RAM slots, capacitors bigger than my P, and it's bad. It's at least it's got PCI Express. It's got a speaker. It's useless. It doesn't even work. Now, if I really wanted to make a stupid system, I should definitely use the power supply that was originally in here. Just kidding. It's fucking trash. 200 watts of pure power, man. Just kidding. I'm not going to use this. This would be stupid. So our first step is actually power supply, and we're going to go with this. EVGA 750 watt G5 power supply. It's already in here. Most of the parts are already in here. So what are we going with for the rest of our specs? So we decided to go, like I said, completely stupid and unbalanced. So our base specs, by the way, there's like no room for cable management. So, because like you saw on that other power supply, the cable's like custom lengths. This one, the G5, doesn't have custom length cables yet. Like I didn't buy them because they're expensive. So you get what you see, but you don't see it because there's no like glass, so don't worry about it. This is what we've got so far. So let's run down our specs. We got an EVGA G5 750 watt power supply. Completely overkill for our specs today, but that's fine. That's fine. It's fine. It's always fine. And right here, you see we got our AMD stock cooler master. And so we're using an Asus Prime B450M. This is an MATX board because this is an MATX case apparently. Whatever. But our CPU today is Ryzen's or AMD's pre-built only Ryzen 3 2300X. That is a quad-core, 4-thread beast of a CPU from AMD. So we're going to be using that today. I had to buy it from someone out of their pre-built. And that was fun. We're using just like a 250 gigabyte Kingston SSD, like it's like a SATA protocol in the M.2 slot. That's fine, but we need RAM. Now, I had it was a hard choice choosing between, all of the different RAM options I have, because I do have a good amount of RAM kit. So I decided the most logical thing for a 4-core, 4-thread processor, a Ryzen 3, so it's not the best processor, but, a decent amount of RAM. I went with 64 gigs of DDR4 3000. So not only do we have 2, but we have 4 sticks of 16 gigs apiece of DDR4 3000 memory. Oh, that table sucks. That sounds from Trident Z. So this beautiful RAM, DDR4 3000, so we got that Ryzen speed, 16 gigabytes a piece for each one of these sticks, and we have 4 of them. They've just been sitting around, so might as well put them to good use. Well, I'll be using them all to open Chrome tabs on this machine. E-machine, after all. So, graphics card. That's obviously the next step. I think that's the last spec we have. We got a power supply, CPU, motherboard, RAM, SSD. Graphics card. So we have a couple choices here. Now, my original idea was to go with a Radeon 7. But it's got these 3 fans, which, as you could tell by the bottom of this case, won't exactly go well for airflow. So this card, sadly, it just runs too hot when it doesn't have airflow, and it runs too hot when it does have airflow. So Radeon 7, sorry, I love you, but you cannot be in this build. So it's clear we need a blower-style cooler. Because a blower style, unlike cards like the Radeon 7 that have these triple fans, or more specifically like this R9 390 that has 3 fans and a giant heatsink, blower fans create their own airflow for the card and exhaust it out the back of the case. Unlike these fans that exhaust it back into the case, and also get it from, ventilation and throughout. So we need a blower style card, is what I'm saying. I had a couple of options, but it really came down to 3 main options. My first idea was to use a Xeon Phi. Yes, a Xeon Phi. This is a 57-core co-processing unit from Intel, which looks similar to a graphics card. I thought about putting this in here just to make a really overpowered, really confusing system where it has a Xeon Phi. Yes, this is a Xeon Phi. It's got a blower-style cooler, but the problem is this motherboard only has one 16X slot, and this doesn't have any graphics outports, and the 2300X doesn't have any graphics either. So sadly, we cannot be using the Xeon Phi today, but we'll be using it in a different video coming up later. So it really came down to 2 final choices. It was between the GTX 1660 Ti and the Titan X Maxwell. So originally, to test this system, I put the 1660 Ti in, and it works fine. I was like, okay, 1660 Ti, it's a blower style, it's not the greatest model, so it goes great in this build, and it doesn't look that pretty. But I know for a fact that if anyone actually watched my channel, and anyone actually cared about this video, I would get destroyed in the comments if I didn't use the Titan X Maxwell. So we will be using the Titan X Maxwell, or as I call it, the Titan X Maxwell. More about that later. So we're going to be using this because this is a blow style cooler, and we'll be doing something with this 1660 Ti. What that is I have no clue because it sits here and does nothing. It's practically useless when I have Radeon 7s, Titan X's, and R9 390s. That's besides the point. We're going to put this back on the shelf where it belongs. So we have our build: a Ryzen 3 2300X, a Titan X Maxwell, some Asus motherboard, 64 gigs of RAM, a 750 watt 80 plus gold power supply, and this eMachines case to make our perfect, unbalancedly stupid, just absolutely stupid sleeper build. Let's put it together. Oh, I don't have like a cameraman or anything, and I don't feel like, doing like stuff, and it's hot in here, so I'm gonna build it and then show it to you. I pay $15 a month for Epidemic Sound, and I don't use it, and I'm still not gonna use it. Deal with it. Alright, it's done. Let's plug it in and turn it on. Let's get this out of here. We don't need this thick boy. Alright, so the original power button actually works. I can't turn the PC because of this stupid cable. So I'll just show you guys a zoom in of it. And it actually lights up originally in its color if I didn't... I broke it. Oh, it's not turned on. So it should... Yup. It's green. And it's loud. Oh, and I installed this stupid, red fan in the back to get some airflow. It's 80 millimeters, so it sucks. Well, it blows out the back, but it's, literally terrible. I don't know what this looks like. I hope it looks nice. Oh, one of our RAM sticks is the opposite of installed. It's installant. So, we got to install it. There we go. That's what the RAM is supposed to look like. Yeah, this looks alright. Let's plug it into a display. Bada boom. And as I'm lazy, this is the system we're going with to show you guys what's going on here. Let's plug in our peripherals. Now, the front USB 2.0 doesn't work because I didn't plug it in. So, deal with it. Alright, we're going to our task manager. Is a brand new install of Windows. Alright. Oh, wow, we're using 42% of our... Okay, there we go, it's gone. Alright, performance. So we've got our Ryzen 3 2300X. You guys can't even see the screen unless you can, I don't know. Ryzen, quad-core processor, 3.5 gigahertz. Looks like we boosted to 4 or something. 4 cores, 4 threads. Memory, 64 gigabytes of, it's set to 2133. We can change that in the BIOS, who cares? Disk, alright, Kingston. And our GPU. Oh, it's a GTX 980. Oh, it's almost as if it's a GTX 980 with a Titan X cooler on it. We don't need to worry about that, though. That's just, it happens. So, that's the PC. Now you're probably wondering, what about performance? Well, it performs exactly as you I'm having a stroke. It performs exactly as you would expect from a quad-core AMD processor and a GTX 980 with a Titan X cooler on it and 64 gigs of RAM. That's a typical build. You can just Google it. Just kidding. So if you want to actually see numbers and benchmarks, type in the comments below, because this is about the build, and if you want to see numbers, I need to know that you want to see numbers, because if you don't, I'm not going to waste my time doing numbers, you know? More work, and it's hot in here, man. Do you guys know how much heat computers actually generate? It's like 40 degrees in other rooms, Fahrenheit, not Celsius. We speak freedom numbers. It's 40 degrees in other rooms. It's like 70, 80 degrees in here with just one PC running. We'll actually talk about that in a future video, because one of my graphics cards is on fire. But that's besides the point. Hope you guys kind of like my little... Oh, hold on, let's put the side panel on. Alright, so except for the red glowing lights and the modern I.O. and also the fact you can see RGB through the side panel a little bit, this sleeper build is looking very nice. To the non-keen eye, you would believe this is just a shitty E-machine from 2006, or in this case, I don't know, but it had 4 gigabytes of DDR2, so that says something about it. That's besides the point. I hope you guys kind of enjoyed this video. If you want to see benchmarks, let me know, because I can make a whole different video. And if not, no worries. That's fine. Imagine having content. That's the point. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys kind of enjoyed. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.